us a like, be sure to say hello or something like that. For those of you that are live in studio with us, welcome. We're really excited to have you here. I am joined with Chris Johnstone from Connections Incorporated. Chris, thanks so much for being here.
It's my pleasure. I'm really excited to be here.
And what we're going to be doing today, we've kind of been unpacking this agency concierge model, and really this idea of putting another level on the back end of your lead generation to actually follow up with those leads, to set the appointments for the clients and really generate better results, to differentiate yourself from the competition. And Chris and I did a webinar last week. We had a bunch of great questions. There was amazing interaction. And so what we wanted to do was do this live session to kind of fill in the gaps, answer some specific questions. And so without further ado, Chris, welcome. Let's have you kind of kick things off for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So welcome, everybody. And I'm here to show you how to implement concierge services in your agency. And this was something that I stumbled across in my agency. So, well, basically, both Josh and we both run multi seven-figure digital marketing agencies. In doing that, we've been following somewhat of the same path, and I'm a member of seven-figure agency and have been following that pathway to build my agency. And I always got really frustrated when a client would cancel their services with us, because we poured our heart and soul into getting them on the front page of Google, running effective Facebook ads, running Google ads, doing all of the things that would generate the leads for them. We even went as far as going out and partnering, getting the CRM in high level and providing that to follow up on the leads. And still they would cancel. And there was this one day where I just got so frustrated because we were absolutely crushing it for this one client. And when he decided to cancel, I was just awestruck. I was like, there's no possible way that he can't be getting 10 times the amount of money that we're generating for him. So I started calling the leads myself. And I had this aha moment, this realization that after speaking with good lead after good lead, and there was lots of bad leads in there as well, but there was enough good leads in there that was a campaign that would have rocked it had somebody been actually calling the leads in real time and actually converting them. And the aha moment was that my clients, which are typically mortgage lenders, we work in the financial services space, they're not lead conversion experts. They're not cold callers. They're not professional appointment setters. They're really good at funding loans with people who need loans. And I realized and discovered that there was this gap between what we were doing and producing in our agency and what was actually happening in our clients' business, because our clients are busy every day. Take, the plumbing niche with Josh. The plumber, the last thing that he wants while he's running his plumbing business is for his phone to ring and have to take a call for somebody who needs plumbing services. That's actually a detractor to him. And so our clients don't actually want to work the leads. And so what I did was I ran a job ad and I found a professional appointment setter. And I put that person in place in order to bridge the gap between the leads that we were generating that were really good, but that weren't generating results. And we would call the leads in real time as soon as they came in, do all of the CRM work, all of the follow-up, send all the text messages, send all the emails, actually book the appointments for our clients. And that changed everything in our agency. And I've got the stats pulled up back here. We closed an additional $1,040,023 in extra revenue and $849,648 in profit selling this new concierge service to our clients, where all we did was we said, hey, look, we've been generating these leads for you. You're not a lead conversion expert. We're now staffing conversion experts that can turn our leads into appointments for you. Would you like to pay more money every month in order to have that service as well? And generated an additional $1 million in sales. So what I want to unpack here today is how you can make that same transition in your agency, because we retain our clients longer now. So every extra month that client stays with us is profit that comes into the business. Like, we still have a little bit of deliverables that we've got to pay our staff and our software costs and that sort of thing. But every month that we keep them, it's far more profitable than having to go out and replace that client with new clients that we have to get from advertising. So our business is more profitable because our clients stick with us longer. It's reduced our customer support because our clients are no longer coming back to us and saying, the leads are no good. I need more leads from Google, or I need more leads from Facebook. I want to take a look at my account. Like, all of those customer service issues that we're bombarded with in our agencies on a regular basis, those are a symptom of the client not understanding how to actually take the lead and turn it into a customer. So as soon as we bridged the gap with the concierge, and we said to our clients, like, all you've got to do is show up to the appointments that we book for you, they know how to do that. And when they get on the phone with the client, they know exactly how to sell it. So they no longer have an issue with our service, so they stay longer, but we also have less customer service issues. We get to upsell them a product, and you can tell by the numbers, it's a very high margin product. When we're delivering in our agency and with all of our agencies, Facebook ads and Google ads and SEO and websites and all of that stuff, there's a whole bunch of technical stuff that has to go behind that. You've constantly got to be staying up with the trends on what's happening in SEO. The Facebook Ads Manager platform changed again. Oh, the pixels are broken and we can't track the leads anymore. The iOS update came out. Like, there's so much complication in running a digital marketing agency. And in this model, all you have to do is get the lead, call the lead, book the appointment. It's basically 3 steps. It's very simple to implement. And so that simplicity of running the agency, again, has greater impact on our profit, but it's easy to deliver to the client, and it generates the best result because ultimately our clients close more of the leads into deals, and that makes everything work even better. Now, I do want to get to the Q&A, but I also want to touch on one very important thing that we stumbled on. So in our agency, we started the concierge, and that bridged the gap from the leads that we were generating and actually turning far more of those leads into profit for our customers. But then I had one of our clients call in, and he said, Chris, my concierge is amazing. They're doing an incredible job converting their leads. I'm going away on vacation for a month, but I don't want my team's pipeline to dry up. And where the majority of our business comes from is from our past customers and our referral partners. And really, in most businesses, you've only got 3 ways to grow. You've got past clients sending you referrals, you've got referral partners sending you business, and then you've got marketing and advertising. Those are basically like the 3 channels. And there's all kinds of sub channels underneath that, but those are the main pathways to business. And so he said to me, that's where the majority of our business comes from. Like 80% of our business comes from past clients and referral partners. 20% comes from the marketing and advertising that you guys are doing for us. Could you have your concierge agent call my past clients and call my referral partners while I'm gone? I said, yes, of course. As an entrepreneur, there's a problem. We can go solve it, right? So I said, listen, it's not going to be perfect, but you pay me what you want for it, and let's figure this thing out together. Well, it changed my life. That little experience right there absolutely transformed the results that we were generating for our clients, because the list was already there, didn't have to generate any leads, didn't have to go through any of that. And the response rate from those leads was astronomical compared to what we were doing with cold lead generation. So we've obviously refined that process over time, but now basically what we're doing is we're calling out to the customers that your customer has already done business with some kind of offer. So like in the dental niche, it could be offering tooth whitening services for a month, if that's their promotion, or Invisalign services, or whatever it is. So you call with a reason to reach out, which generates business for them. Another great example of that is we had a chiropractor, and the chiropractor offered orthotics services. They sold like $30,000 worth of orthotics just by calling their past customers from having adjustments and offering them that additional service that they could. So it generates sales right away, but it also generates referrals, because in the script, we're saying, okay, do you know of anyone else that would be interested in, getting this offer for dental services, coming in and trying it out? So you're getting repeat business from the past customers. You're getting referrals from the past customers. And then what we're also doing is we're asking each client to go leave a 5-star rating and review on the client's Google business page. We had a client on one of our customer service calls that we do every day at Connection Incorporated. And in the last 2 weeks since starting the program, he's got 33 brand new 5-star reviews on his Google profile as a result of the concierge calling out to his past customer database. So they immediately make more money by getting deals from past customers. They get more referrals, and they get more leads and results from the Google program that they're generating because of reaching out to the past clients. So that product right there produced far more results than what we were getting on the digital marketing side of things. So then we just started offering that to all of our other clients. Like, hey, we can call your past customers and we can call your referral partners. And one of the main things that I want to brainstorm with you here in this Q&A session is about those referral partners, because those are what I call exponential opportunities. And I call them that because when you get a referral partner to send you business, they don't just send you one deal. Like if you convert a customer, you get one customer, and then you've got to work them over time to get referrals from them, right? When you convert a referral partner, they are going to send you multiple deals, possibly every week or every month. But that one conversion creates multiples of deals and clients for your customer. So a great example is the mortgage business. So for our mortgage lenders, we call a qualified list of real estate agents that are local to them. We set up networking appointments, and they start getting referrals from the real estate agent. A real estate agent can send 6, 8 transactions per year to that loan officer. So every single time they get a referral, they get paid. And it's exponential because every week they're converting new partners, and those partners are sending multiple deals over time. So it compounds in the business. So that's one of the things that I really want to focus in on this session, is answering your questions on how we can actually do that. And Josh, I hate to keep going because I do want to get into the Q&A, but I want to point out just one more thing, if that's okay.
100%. And just so you know, like there was a little complication here. People were trying to log in on this link, and there's a limit, which I didn't realize that was a hard limit. So I'm sending people back to the Facebook feed because this room is completely full. So just so you know, if you're seeing a couple of alerts coming up, that's what that is. You're doing great. Lots of people watching on Facebook and YouTube. So keep cranking forward.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for being here, and great to have a full room. I promise this is going to be worth your while here. I'm going to give you as much value as I can, and we're going to hang around as long as it takes to answer all of your questions. So the final thing that I discovered in implementing the concierge was I was scared to implement the concierge in my agency, because you've got to hire a person, right? And so you don't think I'm only on the hook for a month. You think about, okay, I got to pay this person for a year, and you look at that big number, and that gets a little bit scary. So I said, okay, I'm going to hire the concierge, and I'm not going to have them work on the client's businesses yet. I'm just going to have them start on our business. And so to train these new people before they would go out and work for our clients, we have them come in and work on Connection Incorporated leads. And what we discovered is we follow the 7-figure agency pathway for lead generation. So we have a book, we have a podcast, we run webinars every single month. We generate a lot of leads every single month. We run paid ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we have all of these leads that come into the agency. And all of our strategy sessions and our sales calls were done by automation. So we would send out emails, and we would send out text messages, and we would do Facebook Lives and stuff like that, and get people to book a consultation. Well, I hired the concierge, and the concierge started calling all of the leads that we were generating in our digital marketing agency. And we more than doubled the amount of strategy sessions that we were booking just by having a real person on the phone calling the leads and giving them the offer. Super simple script, less than 1 page. And we have this whole marketing system in the training that you can get access to as part of the launch. I'm literally giving you everything that we did to do that. And then, so by doubling the amount of presentations that we were doing, we doubled our sales, right? Because we were keeping our closing ratio the exact same, and we just did twice as many presentations. So we made twice as many sales. But then we had this kind of aha moment in our sales huddle in the morning, one morning. And the concierge said, "Hey, Chris, like when you do a sales presentation with somebody and they're kind of on the fence and you send them the link, like you're not chasing them." And I said, "No, of course I'm not. I don't have time. Like they're going to buy it. They're not going to buy it. Whatever." Off they go. I have a little email and text message sequence that goes out after the consultation, but that was it. And so they said, "Well, why don't we call those people?" And so I tracked my stats for over a year, and I've got them pulled up here. And we did a total of 208 sales last year just because the concierge called the sales presentations that we had done and not closed. An additional 208 sales. It was a 27.48% bump on our closing ratio by just following up on the leads that we had already done a presentation with. So we doubled the number of presentations that we were doing and then increased our closing ratio across the company by 25%. So the concierge is not just to get better results for your clients, it's also to double your sales in your agency. And you can get both of those benefits from the exact same person and the exact same plan. And that's why I'm so excited about helping the agency space and our membership here get involved with this model, because it's truly been transformational for me. So, Josh, in a nutshell, that's
so good. Great introduction, kind of overview there. Again, we've got a handful of you guys live in this room. So if anybody wants to be hot seated, say me in all caps and we'll hot seat you here. We're also fielding the questions on the YouTube channel and Facebook. So if you've got questions and you're watching this through any of those mechanisms, post them in and we'll jump on them. Chris, is there any specific questions you want to address first? Because I know there's been some common questions that have been coming up, or do we want to go straight to who might want to be hot seated here?
I think the hot seats are great.
Okay.
So if there's somebody that wants to hot seat, that's fantastic.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to attempt, Chris Ruffin, I know we've been going back and forth on chat here. Can I attempt to unmute you or kind of bring you on? Let's see. Chris, can you hear us? Are you able to speak through your mic? His question is the model best with B2B unless provided by the customer in the form of current lists or referrals, or is it just effective with B2C?
So that's an excellent question. So it's definitely effective B2B because we're selling our agency services B2B using the concierge. So we're calling out to loan officers, we're calling out to branch managers. We have a targeted list of people that we want to meet with, and we use our concierge services to call other businesses and book us appointments. And we book anywhere from 6 to 11 appointments a day for us, just from cold outreach. So absolutely, it may even be more effective business to business than it is business to consumer.
Love it. Good question, Chris. Hopefully that answered your question there. Lewis has got a question in the Facebook chat here. He's saying, what do you say when they say a call center only charges $35 per booked appointment? How do you address that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would immediately say, great. How many of those appointments are you closing? How many of those deals are actually turning into customers, and what's your return on investment? Because ultimately, do we want more leads or do we want more customers and money? And being clear on that goal is what's super important. So if I was to book you appointments for $35 and I booked you 100 appointments, but none of them turned into business, would it be a good investment? Most likely not. But if I was to charge you $75 an appointment and I was only book you 50, but you were to close 5 of them, which of those would be a better investment? And so what you immediately take it from a price conversation to a value conversation. And that's when you say, and ultimately $35 for a lead that comes from an internet or the internet, you have no idea where those leads are coming from. You have no idea what your closing ratio is going to be. And the additional value that we bring to the table is the fact that we're going to go help you get the lowest hanging fruit that exists in your business that you're not getting right now because you're too busy. So let me ask you this question. have you called all of your past customers in the last 90 days? And if you did, how many deals do you think that you would do if you made those phone calls? And then you're immediately off of, I want $35 appointments to, oh man, I don't call my past clients. That's obviously going to make me more money. You're going to solve the problem that I'm actually looking for, which is more customers not buying appointments. Did that make sense? Oh, hold on, Josh. I don't know if it's me, but I just lost the audio. Hold on.
No,
here.
that's my end. Sorry. Yeah, actually, Lewis wrote in here. Love it. That helps. Love it. Thanks. So that answered his question perfectly. Let's see. Brock in the Facebook group is asking, Chris, I'm not sure how well this applies, but what's the percentage you should offer for a website or a retainer client? Maybe this is a question on how you price the concierge model, which you can unpack a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So what we do is we've done all kinds of testing on how to productize this. And I've found that to generate the best result for the client, but to also keep our margins steady and healthy, what we do is we sell the concierge packages in packages of calls. So we charge $750 for 200 calls. And those are outbound calls. Those aren't appointments. They're not people that we speak to. It's like if we dial the phone 200 times, it's $750. And so if you've got a database of, let's just say they're getting 1,000 leads a month, then it would be 5 packages of those leads for that. So we don't package it together essentially with other services. It's a standalone product that we can add to the other services, but it's like for every 200 phone calls we make, it's $750. And it's not charged as a monthly program. It's charged as a rollover program. So when we get to 200 calls, if it's only been 2 weeks, that gives us the opportunity in the checkup that we do with the client. It's like, hey, we've made the 200 calls. We've bonused you an additional 30 or 40 calls because we didn't want to stop the momentum. But what results have you gotten? What appointments do you have? What deals do you have in the pipeline? Would you like to continue with another 200 calls? So technically we can have, if we were selling it monthly, we would just wait until the end of the month and have the conversation again. But now we can rebill faster as we generate results for the clients.
Love it. I think that answers the question well. And it's, guys, if you didn't yet, be sure to go to learn.
Concierge Mastermind
to check that out.
And one thing that I would like to just add in there, Josh, is we've got a class where I'm going to be teaching over the next 5 weeks exactly how to implement the concierge in your agency. And the one thing that I'm really excited about is our team has a call every single day where we train our concierge agents. So we train them on scripting, how to handle objections, how to actually get the appointment. And we track them every single day. So every day, everybody announces their numbers. Here's how many calls I made. Here's how many people that I spoke to. And here's how many appointments that I booked. And as part of this training program that Josh and I are offering right now, I'm giving you access to those calls. So I'm giving you our entire hiring plan so that you can run the job ads, interview the person. You get our comp plan. You get literally everything our agency uses to hire these concierge agents. Then you get to put them on the daily call with us. We will train them and keep them accountable for you while we're teaching you how to implement and sell the concierge services in your agency. And we have a ridiculous discount that we've put together for the program and a guarantee. So for everybody that gets in before Friday of this week or that joins on this live right now, by going to conciergemastermind.com/launch. So that's conciergemastermind.com/launch. We're waiving the setup fee that we're going to be charging in the future, which is a $5,000 discount. And you can get in for just $997 a month. And that gets you that service. Now, there's no long-term contract, so you don't have to worry about a year-long contract or anything like that. You can cancel at any time. And for everybody here that's coming through the program, we've got a 14-day, 100% money back guarantee. And that's so that you can actually try it out from the inside. Because I don't believe that you can truly make an informed decision on the outside or here on this presentation. We want you to be on the inside, decide it's right for you, decide that you want to continue with it, and then keep coming with us. So there's that 14-day, 100% money back guarantee. So you're not actually at risk. You can come in, try the whole program out, and make sure it's the right fit for you. So conciergemastermind.com/launch is where you go ahead and take advantage of that offer today. I would be remiss, Josh, I almost forgot about that part of it. So, yeah, that's my awesome.
I think a great question here was from Walter. He says, time frame. It says 5 modules over 5 weeks starting June 9th, roughly mid-July before the modules, and really have a system available to implement. Maybe if you could share the screen and kind of talk through that a little bit, I think that would be super helpful. And Walt, very good question here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the 5-week module, the 5-week module is actually designed so that I'm walking you through launching each stage of the process. So by the end of the 5 weeks, you should be like running up and running. So it's not like take the 5 weeks of training and then start getting going. So there are 3 bonus modules for you in the training. And give me just 1 second here. Josh, I'm not sure if you have the Canva slides on your side of things, but it is giving me a permissions issue where Chrome will not allow me to share my screen in the browser.
Okay. Let me just keep answering through that question. I'll try and pull it up on my end.
Cool. So there are 3 bonuses that we have as part of the program, and those are in the membership site right now. We've already had members that purchased on the webinar on Thursday that have been through almost all of those 3 modules. And the first one is our launch module. So in there, I teach you and give you the emails and everything that we sent out to our customers and to our leads list in order to sell out the concierge services when we sold it. So I teach you how to sell it and how to go to your customers and actually like get people to book consultations with you to buy the program. And you literally just swipe and deploy my copy, but in your agency. The second bonus that I'm giving you is our actual sales presentation. And so the sales presentation is a consultative closing approach, where basically we go through and we ask the client a whole bunch of questions to identify the gaps in their business and where they're losing money. And then we show them how the concierge service actually fills those holes. So that's exactly how I do the sales presentation. And that's how we close the sales on the program. And then the third bonus is our high-level snapshot. So literally all of the campaigns that we use to deliver the results to the clients, you get a snapshot loaded into your high-level account with everything that we use to generate the results. And then I've also included in that snapshot our marketing sequence for the launch, and then our marketing sequence that we have for lead generation as well, so that you can take a look at our Facebook ads and how we drive leads to a lead generation page, and then how we follow up on those leads and turn them into sales. So those are ready for you right away. So you could quite literally join today, swipe the emails, have them out by Wednesday or Thursday, and actually have sales presentations right away. Then the 5 weeks of training is, okay, let's hire the concierge. Let's train the concierge. Let's learn how to actually generate the results from the past customer marketing, from the referral partner marketing, from converting more of the leads, actually installing what we need in the actual business, then how to sell it, and then how to manage the people and go through. So those 5 modules are basically like the 5 main things that I had to figure out in order to get this agency model going. And I'm just going through and just showing you behind the scenes of our agency so that you can implement what it is that you need in order to make it run in your business.
Love it. Yeah, I think what happened was, as we unpacked what you were doing, Chris, and people were saying, wow, that's amazing. I'd love to put a concierge on the back end. I see how that's going to make my clients more money. I see how that's going to make me more attractive in the marketplace. But logistically speaking, there's a lot that goes into thinking about how to charge for this, how to hire the people, how to train the people, how to make sure they actually make the dials and deliver the goods for the clients. And so that's why we came out with this concierge mastermind, which really is your business strategy in a box with the training and support, as well as the training of the actual concierges to make sure they do a good job. And so I'm super excited to get the right agencies into this program and really implement this in a variety of different niches and a lot of different verticals. Anything else we should call out while we're sharing this screen here, Chris?
So I think, no, I mean, the 5 modules and the 3 bonuses, and everybody can, obviously they can pull it up, conciergemastermind.com/launch. And so you can read about the discount and the bonuses and everything that we have for you and who it's right for and who it's not for. But I would like to, continue on the brainstorming of if we could do a hot seat with somebody of just like, hey, this is my agency. I don't really understand how this is going to fit in the cosmetics space or the whatever space. If there's somebody out there looking for actual implementation help on how to get this going in their agency, I think that'd be super valuable for the community. So if you have any questions and you're willing to come on, I would love to hear from you.
So if you're in the room right now, which means you're logged in and you're seeing me and Chris, and you're like not watching it on the stream, but you're in and you want to be hot seated, just type me into the comments, and we'll bring you up on the screen. We'll be able to talk through this. In the absence of that, Chris has a good question, which is, do you recommend using my offshore team since I already have them while working with while working to build the North American concierge team?
That is a great question. That is a phenomenal question. So I do not recommend outsourcing this to a third-party company. It's very, very difficult to get them to follow the scripts. I personally invested 6 figures in trying to build this externally so that I didn't have the people in Connection Incorporated. And it was just a nightmare every single time. The customer service issues that you have to deal with, and then you're playing telephone between the third party and you. When you have concierge agents that work for you and they understand that the directive is to generate the result for the client and not just to follow a script and not just to be a call center agent, it transforms the results for everybody, for you and for your clients. So that's really important. And then having somebody North American based gives you the security that you need to know that that person's going to be there every day, that they're going to be professional about the job that they do, and that you can have direct feedback and make sure that they're generating the best result. And I can tell you right now, the number one sales objection that you will get, and we get to ask this on almost every single presentation that we do, is, are the dialers North American based? Because if you're going to offer the service of calling referral partners and calling past clients, they don't want overseas people calling their past clients and potentially embarrassing them with a client that they already have a relationship with. So what we do is we run job ads. We hire North American dialers that are close to your marketplace. They all still work from home. We have some people that have hired them and brought them into their staff, but most of these people work from home, but they're North American based. And that way you don't have to worry about staffing issues, people just leaving and leaving you in the lurch in the middle of the night. It's just far better and easier to run.
Great question. Great answer. Again, type me in the comments here if you want us to hot seat you. Let's see, a couple questions coming in on Facebook. I think this is a great question, Chris, for us to get into. Would you recommend testing this in our niche with the client before launching it to all of them? How do you recommend kind of that side?
Yep, absolutely. So the launch that you do out to your database is designed to get those fast movers. And the reason why I love this, and I didn't fully understand how powerful this was until I had done it and looked back at it. But when we launched out the launch sequence, which we give you as bonus number 1, the clients that saw that messaging that already had the problem of, hey, I've got more leads than I can handle, and I need somebody to actually call these leads and book them for me, they were our best clients to work with. They already had the budget to pay for it. The budget was no problem at all. They already had leads that we could tap into in large databases so that we could generate results. And they knew that it was a beta and that they were going to be some of the first people through it. So they were willing to work with us to refine the scripts, make it perfect for their business. And they were understanding as we launched the program out. And they came collaboratively with us to launch the program and the system out. and that gave us testimonials. So we did that nice soft launch, filled up a couple of concierge agents, did a really good job of implementing the service to the clients. Then we were able to take those testimonials, and that's what we took out to the larger marketplace to sell. So yes, a smaller group to refine your systems. And again, still making profit while you go through and you get paid to build this asset in your company. But you don't want to go all out all at once. You do want to get those case studies because those will just help you close more sales.
Perfect. Great way to launch that out. Let us know if that answered the question, if you have a follow-up. Go ahead, Chris.
I just want to add one thing to that, just a quick little aside, because we started with that small group and they were higher level loan officers. They were branch managers and people that they just had more mature businesses. And so they had larger budgets, which was amazing, but they also understood the value of the result that we were generating. And they were sophisticated enough to be able to actually track it so that we knew how much business they were closing as a result of what we were doing. So one branch manager got a phenomenal result and told other branch managers in other locations around him what a great result he had gotten. So we got referrals from that client to other branch managers in other marketplaces. So whatever niche you're in, there are other people in other markets that you can help if you get that one testimonial and then you ask them to refer you out to other customers. Well, that group of branch managers then all got results from the program, and the regional director got word that we were delivering the service that was increasing their numbers. So all of a sudden, we got a webinar on a regional level where we got to offer our services to all of the people that were under that regional manager. The CEO of the company then heard about the results that we were generating for those people, brought us in, and what we ended up doing is hiring an entire group of concierge agents just for that company. And now we're working at a corporate level, and we have a monthly corporate retainer that we get paid that for us to just have those concierge agents in that company. So not only is it important to launch small to generate great results that you can launch it out to your database or on a marketing campaign, but we have an ascension pathway, which we talk about in the 4 videos. And that's the really true power of offering concierge services. Because right now, when I was selling SEO and Facebook ads and Google ads and those services, they're amazing, but you get lumped into a category of like, okay, they're like in the mortgage industry, I'm kind of known as like, oh, he's the Facebook guy because we promoted Facebook ads for so long. And now our branding and our positioning in the marketplace, and like when we go to conferences and we go to all of that stuff, I'm not the Facebook guy anymore. I'm the gets results appointments guy. Right. And it's a totally different transformation because now the clients that come to us aren't the people that need leads and need to close a deal in the next 30 days. They're more mature businesses that say, hey, I've got a database of 1,000 past customers. How much is it going to cost in order to make these phone calls? So we get to charge higher retainers and move up that ascension ladder as well.
Love it. I think that's really the beauty of this, right? It's the beauty of we already know how to generate the leads. Now we want to help them convert those leads. We want to be one level above all the other competition. And really, most importantly, drive better, more tangible outcomes for the clients that pay us, right? And if we can do that as agencies, we like earn our stripes, right? We don't exist to know the tech. We exist to make it rain for our clients, to generate more leads, more sales, revenue growth, and whatever you can do as an agency owner to bridge that gap is going to make you a more attractive agency for your clients to work with and really a more sustainable business, right? Because you deserve to be in business because you're actually delivering on what it is that you're promising.
Well said.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here's a question. I can't see the name. I'm not sure why, but the question is, should we be using employees or contractors for this, as for the concierge people?
That's another great question. So you're going to want to look into your state labor laws and make sure that you're compliant with everything that you do. Oftentimes, what we will do is we will hire subcontractors. and they will come in because they'll have, in the beginning phases, you might want to try somebody out part-time and just make sure that they're a good fit for the organization. So you can do that as a subcontractor role. Now, our rock stars will graduate then to an employee status, and they'll say, you know what, we love you guys. We would love to come work for you full-time, or I want this to be my gig long-term. And then we'll look at an employment arrangement for them. But you're okay to run them as subcontractors. Again, do your own due diligence on the labor laws in your particular state or location. But I will tell you this, on the other side of things, one of the incredible benefits that you have going for you in launching the concierge service, especially to North American people, is everybody thinks it's going to be a lot more expensive to employ these people, but it's really not that drastic of a difference. And again, in the 4-part video series, we break down how much we pay them, how much we charge for the services, and what the profit is on those. And that's also included in the webinar video that we did as well. But what we get is we get people that are super passionate about the job, because there's a subculture of people that do this work that are professional appointment setters. So I discovered this as I was going through this process. I thought there was just like sales closers, and then there was like nurture people that were, farmers and hunters basically. But there's actually a subcategory in the sales world of just appointment setters, people that have built a career around making cold calls and booking qualified appointments for people. And so we only hire those people. They have to have at least 1 year's experience in actually setting appointments. Now, what these people are used to is they'll go into an organization and they'll get basically like thrown the version of a digital phone book. And it's like, okay, here's a bunch of people in a marketplace, and go call them every single day. And what you're doing is you're going to your clients and saying, hey, we're going to generate online leads, which are reasonably interested. They're warm leads that are coming into the business. So that's great for them. But then when you get them calling past customers and you get them calling referral partners, it's almost like a dream job for them, because the leads convert more. They're enjoying their job every day. They're posting results every day. So our average concierge makes between 100 to 150 calls a day. They speak to anywhere between like 20 to 40 people a day, and they'll book anywhere from 5 to 10 appointments per day. And so that type of result for a concierge, they can be proud of what they do every day. They can enjoy their job every day. And that's really what they're there for. They're there to enjoy the job. So when they come work for you, they're like, wow, I don't have to cold call a phone book. This is amazing. And you get a really skilled individual who can generate results right out of the gate. So everybody wins.
Good stuff. Great questions. Great interaction here, guys. If anybody's in the meeting room that wants to be hot seated, we'd love to hot seat you for a minute. If not, post your comments, post your questions. I think we've hit most of the questions that came in on chat, unless there's like a breakdown in the way things are flowing in. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up, Chris?
Yeah, I've got one here from Chris. He says, I'm thinking of moving into one of the following niches: medical, dental,
Okay, cool.
or med spa, but all of them feel like B2C lead generation. How would this model work in one of those niches? Would it be just following up past customers or adding Facebook ads, etc.? Okay, so Chris, this is why I wanted to do this call. This question right here is specifically why I wanted to do this call, because I want you to think, yes, Facebook ads and leads, that's great, right? That's what we do as digital agencies. So in our agency, we converted double the amount of leads that we were generating for our clients. So we had Facebook and Google ads. We immediately doubled the number of appointments that we were booking by having our concierge agents call those leads. So yes, huge win. Just that right there is worth joining the program so that you can learn how to do that in your agency. Then you mentioned the other side of things of just following up with past customers. Again, exceptionally powerful, positions you above, head and shoulders above your competition that you're selling against in your local marketplace. But what we've missed here is the referral partners. And if you're working with a dentist, a doctor, a lawyer, even home services, plumbers, all of those things, referral partners are the number one growth engine for that business. So let's take, for example, like you've said, medical, dental, or med spa. So take any of the medical services. Let's take an orthodontist for an example. Okay, so we'll split the difference between dental and medical. We'll go with an orthodontist. Well, An orthodontist gets the majority of their business from dentists or oral surgeons that are in a local marketplace. They can also get them from denturists. They can get them from all other sources of people that are helping people with their dental hygiene or their dental health. They realize, hey, this person needs braces. Those referrals come over to the orthodontist, right? Well, an orthodontist every single day should be meeting with at least 1 to 2 dentists as part of their daily plan to make their business successful, right? So if you think about that, you say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Orthodontist, I'm going to generate a list of the top 500 people in our area that could potentially send you business. And I'm going to get you 1 appointment a day so that you can network with those people. And in the mortgage industry, we call real estate agents and we set it up, and we call that strategy when we teach our clients, we call it the 40 by 4. Because the whole goal is to get 40 real estate agents sending you just 4 deals a year. That's 160 transactions a year from just those 40 people. And if you do the math on if you were to do just 1 appointment a day and work 4 days a week. So you've got an appointment Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Everybody can do an appointment a day for 4 days, right? If you only convert 25% of the people that you talk to, right? You only accept 25% of the realtors that you talk to. It takes you less than a year to get to 40 partners. To build a pipeline of 160 deals a year, you're in the top 20, 30% of the mortgage industry, right? And all it takes is 1 year of just focusing on those exponential opportunities. And every niche that we have here has some type of referral partner that you can tap into in those businesses. We talked to another professional that was on the webinar on Thursday, and he was doing medical spas. And those medical spas have all kinds of different treatment for all kinds of interesting things. And they came up with a list of like 6 or 7 different people that they could be calling out to, getting referrals from in their local marketplace. And it was that aha moment of, wait a minute, we've got all this opportunity around. So if you take, and the key to this is niche and specificity, because you've only got to make 3 or 4 sales presentations and go through the consultative close framework that I give you to discover from the client what those sources are. So in the mortgage industry, it's realtors, financial planners, insurance advisors, and lawyers, right? If you can get referral partners in those 4, that's more than enough to, I mean, if there's a mortgage agent that's focused on just those, they can make $1 million a year in the mortgage business if they just focus on nurturing those relationships, and other businesses are just the same. So what I recommend that you do is you go out and you go to your most successful clients that are in those niches. Or if you don't have them, just start running your ads and you do the sales presentations before your sales team so that you get to know the niche and follow the consultative closing framework and ask the questions of, where do you get the majority of your business from? Can you think of 3 people in the marketplace that would send you business on a regular basis right now? And you do 5 of those consultations and they will give you the list of all the referral partners. Then you go to a service like Coldlytics and they will generate the list of all those partners for you. And you can say to that client on that consultation, be like, hey, if I was to get you a list of all of those businesses in the local marketplace and call and book you appointments, would that be of value to you? If I would make 200 of those calls, would that be worth $750? And then you just do the math with them on how it works out. And it's an incredibly powerful offer. And oftentimes, again, it makes you 100% unique in the niche because nobody else is offering that service, but it's got elite value to it. And it makes you 100% unique in the industry. So Josh, hopefully that helped. And Chris, hopefully that helped.
That was a great answer. Let's see. Glad you caught that one. Chris says, love it. Awesome. So it did help him kind of get clarity on how we can tap into the B2B versus the B2C and still win.
And then another one here. Are you paying the concierge agents mostly commission? So we pay the concierge agents. And again, our compensation model is inside the training. but we offer them between $13 to $16 an hour. And then we do pay a bonus for every appointment that they book. And the appointment doesn't have to show up. We've been through 10 different types of comp plans just to figure this out. And ultimately what I ended up doing is I just went back to the concierge team. I called an all team meeting. I brought everybody in and I said, hey, look, we're growing. We need more agents on the team. If you were to put together this comp plan, what would you want? And we had the concierge team come back to us and say, hey, this is exactly what we're looking for. They want the stability of the income. They want the chase of having that small, commission when they win. And then ultimately, they just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to have any clawbacks, right? So, hey, if an appointment doesn't show up, your numbers change. It's just like you book the appointment, you get paid the bonus. So it's a mixture of just paying them a base plus the appointment that comes through. And so these are all really good questions. And I think, again, it's one of the reasons why I really want to walk everybody through this pathway on the inside. And so right now, if you feel like you really want to implement these concierge services in your business, I can tell you I've been at this, just the concierge, for over 2 years. And there are a lot of road bumps. There are a lot of places where you can potentially stub your toe. And what I've done in opening this up is really just giving you the quickest, easiest, and simplest path to follow, combined with the support. So when you run into questions, you can just come to me or you can come to Josh inside the membership and ask the questions and immediately get the answer and immediately be back out and running. And you also get to learn from our mastermind community of all the other agency owners that are going through this experience together. And I'd love to have you as a part of that group. So if you just go to conciergemastermind.com/launch, you can get started today and claim that $5,000 discount that we've got. And that is conciergemastermind.com/launch. And I would love to see you there.
Good stuff. I think this is awesome. Really excited to roll this out. Like we said, we're only doing that discount for the first 25 people. We're very close to that limit. So if this sounds good, again, the reason the $5,000 isn't being charged on the front end is because Chris is going to be creating this as we go over the next 5 weeks. You've got the 3 bonuses, like the trainings to kind of hit the ground running. And then over the next 5 weeks, Chris is going to be building this with you. So for the first 25, which we've got a couple spots left at that price point, we'd love to get you in, get you on board, and make sure you're on the first training coming up next week, right, Chris? What's the date of the first live training on this?
So it is next Thursday. So not Thursday of this week, but Thursday of next week. And we kick off at 3 p.m. And that is with the first training, which is the overview of the entire model and showing you everything that you're going to need to implement so that we can get ahead of the curve and actually get started on getting everything implemented.
Awesome. Well, Chris, this has been great. Thanks for coming on and doing this extra Q&A session. Sorry we didn't get more hot seating. I know we wanted to get some hot seating going, but I think we got a bashful crew in here with us today. Guys, if you have follow-up questions and you're watching this on the recording, post them in there. Chris and I will be watching. We'll answer those. If it makes sense, we might shoot a follow-up video or two in order to fill in the gaps for you. Anything you want to say in wrapping up this special Q&A, Chris?
No, just thank you all for watching. And the transformation that we've seen in our agency, whether you do this with us or whether you do decide to go out and forge it on your own, I cannot recommend enough that you walk down this pathway. The concierge has been transformational for us in our agency. So I highly recommend it. And my wife always says you become the 5 people that you spend the most amount of time with. And this is our opportunity to be together. And I know that's why I joined 7-Figure Agency, because I wanted to be around Josh and the incredible community that's there, because I want to be like those people. So this is an opportunity for you to really come in, implement the concierge agency, and step to that 7-figure and beyond level in your marketing agency. And I'd love to be a part of your journey on that way. And Chris and Dustin and Mohammed and everybody else that asked questions, thank you so much for participating. And I'll see you on the inside.
Go register now, guys. Again, like I've said more than once, this is a no-brain service to add if you've got an established agency already, right? You are already generating leads. It's just another step to like start to convert those leads on behalf of the clients. When you do that and you figure out how to do it right, you're going to generate better results for the clients, right? And when they get better results, they're going to stick around longer. You're going to have a differentiated service offering that makes you different than every other agency that's selling websites, SEO, pay-per-click, social media. And I think that aspect of it alone is worth making the investment in this training, because it's going to show you not like theoretically how to do it, because I've been thinking about how to do this in my agency for years, but how Chris did it and generated the results, added an additional $1 million. Like, it's based on his proven model. So you're going to learn how to do that. You're going to learn how to do it well. You're going to have a world-class service offering to bring to the table. But the other side of it is the networking that you're going to have access to. Like Chris said, you're going to become an average of the 5 people we hang out with most. Chris runs a multiple 7-figure agency. He's a super smart, giving individual. And so you're going to have access to him, especially in this early phase where he's working with you one-to-one and really rolling up the sleeves. You get access to him every week. You get access to him on these sessions to figure out how to do this, to how to get it rolled out. But you're also going to have access to the other members that have signed up for this. And what I've seen is the agencies that have signed up are not your average bears, right? This is a more elite group. Like, they've run agencies, they've built 6- and 7-figure digital marketing services, and they're thinking strategically. Yes, they've landed clients, lost clients, churned, found problems in their model, and realized that this is the next level. And so, if you're like, I don't know, maybe this will work, maybe it won't, just for access to Chris, myself, and the other like top tier agencies that are going to be solving this cumulatively over the next 6, 12, 24 months, it's 100% worth your investment. So again, would love to have you participate in this if it feels like a right fit for you. Go to conciergemastermind.com/launch. That'll take you straight to the order form. We'll get you access. We'll get you started. And look forward to, I know I'm going to be rolling this out in my agency. I know Chris Pistorius just signed up. He's going to be doing it in dentistry. Jonathan Bannister signed up a couple days ago. He's going to be doing it in home services. Chris obviously works in mortgage and real estate. So we're going to be representing almost all of the major verticals. And we're excited about really all of us solving this together and having a much better service that we can deliver to our clients.
Awesome. One more question and then we'll sign off. I see somebody
Cool.
here. Do you have to use high level for this, or can you use other systems? So what I've done is all of the campaigns are available in Google document format. So you can take them and implement them in whatever CRM that you have, but high level gets you access to the snapshot. So it's literally like loaded right into your account. So you can just swipe and deploy very easily. But I'm thinking some of the thinking, the question might be coming because you're thinking about like, hey, I've got this client like in the doctor niche. They have proprietary CRMs that they don't want to use a third-party CRM. So you would have to implement it through theirs. And we've had that in our agency as well, where we've got like clients that will come to us and say, hey, we work for this company. We're only allowed to use their tools. And so what we do is we sell that as a premium package, and we say, great, no problem. What we're going to get you is a dedicated concierge agent. And I'm going to bring this person in, but they're going to be dedicated to you and your organization. And we're going to teach them your CRM. We're going to put all of our intellectual property into your CRM with all of our campaigns. And then we're going to make sure that that person actually runs it for you. So again, it's something where you can actually sell an entire concierge to that particular client to have them work inside that other CRM.
Yeah, and if you've already got high level, which you should as an agency owner, just the fact that you'll be able to pull in a snapshot and know it's going to hit the ground running is a slam dunk. And if you don't, you can figure out how to do it on other platforms as well. Josh just mentioned there may be an issue with the redirect on the link. I think if you put it without the HTTP:// it should redirect you correctly. I just did it and it worked for me. Okay, so it might have been the HTTP:// without the S. If you were entering that part, it wouldn't have worked. So Josh, thanks for the heads up. That is working now. Chris, this has been great. If you have follow-up questions, post them in the comments. I'm excited about this. I hope you're excited about it. Thanks for those of you that joined us live. For those of you watching this on the recording, be sure to press like, be sure to share. If you want more and you're like, you know what, I wanted to know like more about the basics of how to put this in place, go to learn.conciergemastermind.com. There you've got a 4-part training series where Chris literally walks you through why this is a good idea, like the opportunity, the money math, like how to plug this in and actually charge for it and make money, and then how to implement it, right? The things you have to solve for in terms of technology, in terms of hiring, in terms of staffing. There is a ton of great meat and potatoes there. So if you go to learn.conciergemastermind.com /the opportunity, you can get to that, or just put your name and email and you'll get access to all of those training series. If you want access to the recording of the workshop that we did, it was about an hour and 30 minutes as well. Just in the comments type workshop, we'll make sure to point you to the right place. And if you're at the place where like, you know what, I think I'm ready to get the extra help to get this done, you can go to conciergemastermind.com /launch. It'll take you to the order form. Right now it's very aggressively priced in the immediate term. So if this sounds good, be sure to hop on there. And I think that's it for now. Chris, anything else you want to say here?
No, that's everything. Again, thank you everybody for your time. I'm honored to be here and to share with you. And I wish you much love and success in your agency.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later.